of his men have forgotten him and abandoned him. And King Saul is trying to hunt him down because he's jealous of God's favor and love for David. And as he's hiding in the cave in the darkness during the middle of the day, he doesn't know where to turn, and he remembers that beyond all of his failings, beyond the threats on his life, that his refuge is in nothing else but in God. Let me read this for us today before we go into God's Word. Psalm 142 says this: "With my voice I cry out to the Lord. With my voice I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour out my complaints before him. I tell my troubles before him. When my spirit faints within me, you know my way. In the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for me. Look to the right and see. There is none who takes notice of me. No refuge remains to me. No one takes care for my soul. And I cry to you, O Lord, and I say, you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living. Attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison, that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me." What I find fascinating about Psalm 142 is that David is talking to God in a bad position, hiding in a cave from his enemies. And what he tells God is not that God is amazing and God is awesome and that he has full confidence and trust and faith in him. But he tells God, honestly, I'm not okay. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure how I'm going to live, and I'm not sure about what tomorrow will bring. But the one thing that I will hold on to is I will tell you of my troubles. And after I tell you of my troubles, I will trust that you will be God and I will be yours. I think this is the biggest struggle for us today. I try to put my hope in other people. I try to put my hope in the church. I try to put my hope in my wife and my family and my friends, and to put my very small bank account. But what does God really call us to? And what is the confidence that can last through even pandemics and even uncertainty and even when our friends and family fail us? I think this is the biggest question we have today. God sees you. God sees us. Not only does he see or know who we are, but he understands where we are. One of the biggest examples of one of the last things Jesus does before he dies on the cross is that as he's hanging there crucified, he looks to his left and his right and he sees two thieves who are convicted to die because of their sins. And even though he doesn't have any sin, even though he's not worthy of being crucified, before he dies and suffers for our sin, he looks at them, he sees them, and he talks with them. He says, if you believe today, you will be with me in heaven. There's nothing that we can do to outrun God's love. There's nothing that you can do in anything that you've done in your life to be unworthy of God's grace for you. So I ask this again, where is your refuge? Where is your safe place? And if it's anything other than God, I can promise you one thing, even though we don't know each other very well, it will fail. It will run away. We cannot trust in one another. We cannot trust in things of this world. But the one thing that God does promise us is that he will be with us and he will walk with us for all days. And so like David, we are able to cry out to God. Like David, even in the darkness, we are able to say, I cry out to you, for you hear me and you are with me. And the beautiful response that David has at the end is that, please open my eyes to see you so that I can worship, so that I can praise and tell others of your name. And so in this situation, I want to encourage you to ask yourself today, where's your refuge? Where's your hope? Where's your strength? How do you live day to day? And I hope that Christ continues to walk with you in all things, and that you will turn to him in darkness. Can I pray for you for a minute? Father, we don't know each other very well, but we are here because we have experienced your love for us. We are here because you have called us to love one another as you have loved us. Lord, in an uncertain world, especially now with a pandemic and with uncertainties of how the world will happen and all the suffering with hurricanes and natural disasters happening, would you remind us and open our eyes and turn us back to you? That our refuge, our hope, our strength, our eternal